If you want speed with attitude, it's hard to beat an American muscle car. Today, we are going back memory lane. Let us know your absolute favorite in the comments below. Top on our list is Shelby Cobra. It's an iconic sports car that shocked the world in 1965. It had a sleek British roadster beefed up with a massive American V8 engine. That's right, Carroll Shelby decided to cram a 7.0-liter Ford powerhouse into this small, economical car, boosting it to 425 horsepower. Not only did it look stunning, but it was also one of the lightest and fastest muscle cars ever made, hitting speeds up to 164 miles per hour. But it wasn't just fast, it was rare. Finding an original Cobra 427 today means you're either incredibly lucky or ready to shell out well over $1 million. This beast wasn't just about raw speed. It was a fine blend of American power with British elegance, all wrapped up in a package that weighed 400 pounds less than a Miata, but with 3 times the power. Every turn of the wheel and press of the pedal promised an adrenaline tense, unmatched by its existence. Talking of the existence of other cars in the same year, you think of the 1969 Dodge Charger RT, right? Well, that's our next. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT is like the king of old-school American muscle cars. You know, the one that was all over TV as the General Lee in the Dukes of Hazzard. But it's not just famous for its TV role. This car is a real beast on the road. It's got this tough, mean look that makes everyone stop and stare at it, while its impressive speed and high horsepower earn it a well-deserved spot on our list. Its engine has a 7.0-liter V8 engine that delivers an impressive 425 horsepower. This sheer power enables the Charger to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds, making it a favorite not just for casual cruising, but for speed enthusiasts as well. The muscle under the metal also includes 490 pound-feet of torque, giving it that strong, forceful push that muscle car lovers crave. Whether it's showcased in a classic car show or speeding down an open road, the 1969 Dodge Charger RT is a symbol of automotive excellence and a piece of America that continues to capture the hearts of new generations of car enthusiasts. While these cars were celebrated for their speed and some boasted of the highest horsepower ever seen, they also managed to be economical. Speaking of economical options, the Plymouth Barracuda earns its place on our list. This car had quite the journey from its early days as an economy car to becoming a full-fledged muscle car by 1970. This transformation marked its 3rd generation, with the Cuda model emerging as the ideal example of high performance. Plymouth Cuda had a 7.0-liter V8 engine, packing a punch with 425 horsepower and 490 pounds-feet of torque. This powerhouse can propel the Cuda from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.7 seconds, making it a force to be reckoned with on the road. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, it delivers a thrilling driving experience. But it's not just about numbers. It had many things to dream of, earning it a special place in automotive history. Speaking of history, did you know that a 1971 Plymouth Cuda sold for a staggering $3.5 million at auction? Yup, you heard that right. A true testament to its rarity and enduring appeal among collectors and enthusiasts alike. I know some of you are wondering why we haven't talked about the Camaro ZL1 yet, right? Don't worry, we wouldn't wrap up without mentioning it. Stay tuned to see why it's an absolute must on our list of legends. But did you know that Chevy was wowing crowds with ZL1 models back in the late 1960s too? The 1969 Camaro is a prime example of muscle car greatness, packing serious power, speed, and style. It had an official rating of 430 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. Experts believe its 7.0-liter V8 engine could actually churn out closer to 550 horsepower on the dyno. Designed by drag racing legend Dick Harrell, the Camaro ZL1 was built to dominate the track. Its all-aluminum 427 cubic-inch V8 engine was a game-changer, delivering jaw-dropping acceleration and track-ready performance. With a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 5.2 seconds and a quarter-mile run of approximately 13.2 seconds, this car was built for speed. Back in the late 1960s, Chevy dealerships found a clever way to boost the Camaro's power by fitting it with 427 engines made of lightweight aluminum. These engines were a drag racer's dream, pushing the Camaro to over 500 horsepower with just a few tweaks. Fast forward to today, and the Camaro ZL1 legacy lives on. The modern version boasts a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 engine with a staggering 650 horsepower and 650 pounds-feet of torque. It's a true powerhouse on the road, with lightning-fast acceleration and top-notch performance features. But nothing beats the iconic status of the 1969 Camaro. With only 69 ever produced, it's a rare gem coveted by collectors worldwide. And with recent auction prices soaring past $1 million, it's clear that this classic muscle car is as valuable as ever. Talking of these iconic cars list, we can't leave the Chevelle SS 454 behind. The Chevelle is a legend in the world of muscle cars. The 1970 Chevelle SS 454 is one of its most iconic versions. Packing a whopping 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, this car was a true powerhouse on the road. Equipped with a massive 7.4-liter V8 engine, the Chevelle SS 454 was a force to be considered. It could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds and hit a top speed of over 130 miles per hour. With its 4-speed manual transmission, it offered a thrilling driving experience that few cars could match. But what really set the Chevelle SS 454 apart was its LS6 engine, which was rated at 450 horsepower. This made it one of the most powerful muscle cars of its time. Despite its raw power and impressive performance, the Chevelle SS 454 was also a thing of beauty. With only a limited number ever produced, it's no wonder that this car commands such high prices at auction. It felt like a high-stakes game between manufacturers, each trying to one-up the other with horsepower figures. In the same year that the ZR1 Corvette boasted higher horsepower than the Chevelle S 454, the competition was truly thrilling. I know now you're wondering what the horsepower for the ZR1 Corvette was. Hold on. The 1970 ZR1 Corvette stands as a testament to American automotive engineering and performance. It had an LS7 engine, a 7.0-liter V8 powerhouse that delivered an exhilarating 460 horsepower and a commanding 490 pound-feet of torque. This exceptional power output firmly establishes the ZR1 as a frontrunner in the realm of American classic. Complementing the LS7 engine is the ZR1's rear-wheel drive configuration, which ensures a pure driving experience. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, this setup offers enthusiasts an engaging connection to the road, elevating the driving dynamics to a level of pure automotive exhilaration. The 1970 ZR1 Corvette really shows what it means to chase perfection in cars. It stands out among American classics with its revolutionary LS7 engine, eye-catching look, and top-notch performance. Its ongoing influence continues to excite and charm car lovers, securing its place as an everlasting symbol in the classic car world. According to our list, the final car featured, which prides the highest horsepower, is the L88 Corvette from the late 1960s, is still a legend today. It's a powerhouse on the drag strip, with an average market value of over $476,000. What's fascinating about the L88 is its horsepower. While Chevy claimed it had 425 horsepower, some tests showed it actually had a whopping 574 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. This car wasn't just your average Corvette. It was built with a racing package, featuring a big block V8, engine with solid lifters and special cylinder heads. Think of the L88 like Bigfoot, a rare find. Chevy didn't really want it to be public knowledge, so it was sort of hidden among other Corvettes. But for racing regulations, they had to offer it as an option. This car was practically a road-legal race car, equipped with upgrades like special cylinder heads, solid lifters, and a powerful carburetor. Its reported 435 horsepower was way off. It was closer to 600 horsepower, with a top speed of 171 miles per hour. That's the kind of power that turns heads and leaves other muscle cars in the dust. Now here's a question for you. Which of these classic beasts would you want to take for a spin? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more fascinating automotive content and hit the bell not to miss our next videos. Until next time, keep the pedal to the metal.